What's good, nephew? I could be anywhere in the world right now, but I'm sitting here talking to you. It's your Uncle Jay, the real Uncle Jay, the uncle you never had, giving it to you straight, no chaser, that is. I want to encourage you men out there to subscribe and like my channel. And today's episode, I'm going to make it real quick. I'm going to give you 5 points of why you should never, ever chase women. Now, I've never quite understood why so many guys have so many problems getting women. Fortunately, that's never been one of my issues, all right? My issues are actually the opposite. It's getting rid of their asses. In your case, you want to get you one? Okay, I'm going to show you how. First thing you got to do is don't chase them, bro. Let me tell you something, okay? Take it from the old man. If you have to chase a woman, all right, she's not going to be the right woman for you. A woman should be more into you than you are into her. If you can't get that, then it at least needs to be 50-50. Because if you're doing all the pursuing, that's demonstrating that you have none of the value. And in this world, trust me, as a man coming up, if you got any kind of game at all, you have more value. You arguably have more value than she does. And as I get on to the rest of the points, you'll see why. But you never want to chase, man. Look, I would rather have a woman who is, it's nice to have a 10. Don't get me wrong. It's nice to have a 9 or even an 8. But if you got yourself an adjustable 6, that is, she looks good made up, she's a little above average made up, but she's really into you, she's really taking care of you, she's really got your best interest at heart, that's preferred to a 10. Now, I'm gonna tell you, I've dated a lot of 10s. I've dated a lot of 9s. I've dated some really beautiful women. In fact, I was married to a gorgeous woman for over 20 years. Absolutely drop dead Creole, okay? But I can tell you this, the higher you go up in those numbers, the more difficult it becomes to sustain that relationship over the long term because you're tied more into her looks or whatever it may be than she is into you. So you want to make sure that she's really into you and she's pursuing you. She recognizes your value. It's going to last longer. Okay. Number 2, the minute you start treating a woman like a celebrity, she'll start treating you like her biggest fan or her worst fan. And usually it's her worst fan because women really don't want to be put up on that pedestal. And let me tell you why. It's human psychology, basic human psychology. Everybody knows they got something effed up about them, including women. They just don't want to admit it. Well, if she's feeling like, well, I'm really feeling insecure about this. I'm really feeling insecure about this guy liking me that much because I know I'm kind of effed up and I'm kind of crazy and I got meds in the closet or in the medicine cabinet or in that little drawer beside their bed or in that little baggie that she keeps, hidden away behind the lingerie deep down in the closet somewhere. So everybody knows she's got something effed up about him. So quietly, she's insecure about you pursuing her because she realizes at some point the jig is gonna be up and you're gonna find out. So you wanna make sure that you're not treating her like a fan. Got it? Number 2. Number 3, man, let me tell you, right now I'm in the Netherlands. I'm in Amsterdam. And when I tell you that there are 9s and 10s on every corner here, and this is just one small country, man, there's so many beautiful women in the world, you wouldn't believe, nephew. They're all over the place. I just got back recently from Africa. Some of the beautiful women on the planet in Africa. Asia Minor, Australia, you name it, South America, just to name a few. There's more of them on the planet than there is of our asses. And now you got hung up on one. Just remember, man, that next bus will be along sooner rather than later. All you got to do is hold your ground. That's why you should be always working on that self-improvement. I heard my boy AMS talk about that self-improvement. You really have to improve yourself. That means you got to be number 1. So number 4. Now, This is going to sound kind of harsh, and a lot of people don't want to hear this. But I'm just going to be honest with you. After 20-something years of marriage and children and houses and cars and private schools and medical expenses and association fees and all these things that come along with a long-term relationship, I can honestly say that you're going to spend more money in a long-term relationship or in a cohabitation relationship than you would ever spend if you were renting all your girlfriends. There's just no way you're going to get about it. I hear brothers say all the time, "Oh man, I ain't paying nobody, man. I get my for free." Bullshit. Tell me your Uncle Jay said bullshit. And the reason why it's bullshit is because you're going to pay on the back end. And the back end is way more expensive than a front end deal every single time. And the thing about a back end deal is ultimately you get the state involved, or your country or your town or your little hamlet, and somebody sanctions all of that. Trust me, bro. You don't want to be in that deal. It's better to lease, in this case, than to buy. Number 5, variety is the spice of life. Okay, so maybe you have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 girl rotation. Maybe you don't have a girl at all right now, but at some point, she's gonna get on your damn nerves and you're gonna be wishing you never met her ass. That's what's getting ready to happen. I'm telling you. This is where in the purple pill manosphere, at some point during the month, you're gonna wondering, who the hell is this person living with me, cohabitating with me, or whatever, sticking you for your bread? Now, people talk about, maybe he's just not doing what he's supposed to be doing. That's why she's not acting right. Or maybe he's not doing what he's supposed to be doing. Look, man, you can be doing perfectly well. You could be Tom Brady. You could be Dr. Dre. You could be Bill Gates. And the shit still go bad. Okay? So money's not the thing here. The issue is that you're just dealing with another unpredictable human being. In this case, your partner, your girlfriend, okay? But variety is the spice of life. I mean, there's some beautiful Latinas, there's some beautiful Africans, there's some beautiful Europeans, there's all kinds on this planet. And your Uncle Jay wants to make sure that you are sitting at the table sampling all there is to sample for life. That's what I want you to do, nephew. Okay? All right. So now that I've encapsulated all those points and you know why you shouldn't chase, all right? What are you doing if you're not chasing? Because I know some of y'all, your brain is really lodged between your legs. And I want you to get out of that thought, all right? You got to get out. You got to get into the mindset of abundance. There's just so much available out there. Really what you're spoiled for is choice. Once you have your shit together. Now, how do you get that together? What happens next? Okay. You got to get your fitness up, your physical fitness up. That is your medical physical condition up. If you haven't had an exam, you haven't gone to the doctor in a year, you at least want to have one medical exam per year. That means get your labs done, your blood taken. Oh, I don't have no insurance, man. Man, it will cost you $150, $200 in most clinics to get some full labs run. $300 at the most. You can go out, rake leaves or blow snow or wherever the hell you do in order to make that kind of money in order to get a medical exam. Just go get a medical exam. Make sure your blood is good and your triglycerides are right and your sugar levels are good and all that kind of stuff. Then I want you to get your fat ass in the gym every other day and work out. Do your upper body, do your lower body. I don't care. Just go sit in the parking lot and look at the damn gym. It doesn't matter. Well, it does matter, but you at least want to get to a place where you can consistently be working out and being physically fit, because your diet, exercise, your medical, all of that plays into longevity, man. And your Uncle Jay gonna be around for a long time, man. I'm just getting started. I'm gonna at least be 115, 112, something like that. And still going at it too. Yeah, still going at it, man. I mean, like to the last day, just getting it in. I want you to be the same way. So you got your physical fitness. You need to get your finances up. If you don't have a business, man, you need to be looking at starting a business. Well, I don't know what to start. I don't know what kind of business to start. Just make up something, man. I don't know. Deliver newspapers on your own. Some shit. Come up with something. Whatever you like to do that you lose track of time when you're doing it, that's probably what you ought to be doing as your sideline hustle. So in addition to the job that you want to have another sideline hustle. Some kind of hustle, any hustle where you're just bringing money in and you're getting off your ass and you're going out and you're killing something out in the public. Not literally. Some of y'all take that shit seriously. They ain't killing it. You're just going out, you're hunting, proverbial hunting for opportunities. And as you're hunting for those opportunities, you're reaping the rewards for the hunt. And that's what every man ought to be doing. It's hunting all the time. That's what we do. Hunt. Not just pussy either. You should be hunting money, getting it up. So once you got your bread up, you can keep your head up. Both of them. And when you're doing that, you're going to feel better about yourself on the inside. Okay. Now that I've said that, that's easy to say. But there's a factor that we call X. Okay. This X factor is this little thing in your head that's telling you you're not good enough, you're not smart enough, you're not whatever enough in order to make what you want happen or bring your dreams or to realize the best version of yourself that you can do, that you can be. You gotta learn to suppress that voice. And the reason you wanna suppress that voice is because it's gonna keep you from realizing your full potential. Now, how do you do that? You have to take action. You have to get accustomed to being confrontational. Now, I don't mean going out arguing with the damn lady at the damn fast food restaurant because she late with your damn, fries or some shit. That's what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is you're not running away. You're not creating problems, but you're certainly not running away from those problems. I'll give you an example of what I mean. Somebody calls you up, bill collector calls your ass up. Oh, you owe us $55 from 1964. Hell, you weren't even born in 1964, most of y'all. Well, neither was I either, but you get the point. The point is they call you up, they're harassing you about some shit. The last thing you want to do is run. Pick up the phone, tell them, look, it ain't gonna happen today. And when it does happen, I'll let you know. Click, phone's over. See, when you get accustomed to looking at these demons, these perceived demons, you can control their asses because you realize they're never gonna eat you alive. And that's what most of y'all are sitting back waiting on. Y'all waiting on this fictitious thing to come in and consume you and eat you. When really, people just wanted to see you live and die. The quicker you die, the better. That's what most of the world thinks about your ass. To be truthful about it. So you may as well enjoy life by not being such a punk or pussy about things. Now that's just your Uncle Dave cutting it to you real, okay? Now that you got my points of why you shouldn't be chasing women, I want you to start chasing excellence. So I want you to write these points down on a little piece of paper, put it in your wallet, whatever, your shoes, your pantyhose, whatever you got. And I want you to write these points down. All right? I want you to internalize what I'm saying to you. That means let it sink into your thick ass head about what you're not doing. And what you should not be doing is chasing women. You should be chasing excellence, becoming the best version of yourself, traveling more, getting your money up, getting your physical fitness up, getting your mental up. If you haven't read a book, I know a lot of people are like, I don't read books anymore. I read a lot. I probably read 10 books a month, 10 articles, 20 articles a week, something like that. I always want to be up on what's going on, not only in the world, but just on subject matter that I might find of interest. And there's just so many other things to find of interest than women. I'm just gonna be honest with you. In fact, The more interest you have outside of women, the more interesting you become to women. And ain't that a goddamn oxymoron? More moron than oxy. So I want you to get that intel up. I want you to get you up, and I want you to get you moving. Your uncle wants you to be the best version of yourself that you can possibly be. And because I want that for you, you already have it. You just have to claim it. I want to thank you guys for visiting with your uncle again. It's always a pleasure to sit down and talk with you, nephew. If you have some questions that you want to ask me, you can DM me anytime you want. If you want to set up a one-on-one consultation with your uncle, no matter where I am in the world, I'm always free to talk to you guys. I'm the uncle you never had. I don't smoke, I don't drink. But women, that's a whole nother story. Hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and Uncle Jay will see you. Pieces and be good.